ntubeshye ni yuyu nicyo tugusabye
akose mama ubu mugeze naho mushaka gukura umwana kuri se mukamuhereza undi muntu ntigeze ndyamana nawe
Anita kuki utajya wowe
ntabwo
kuki ushobozanya na mama
basi ni mumwubahire ko ari papa w'umwana wanjye
byo ise w'umwana wawe yaduhaye imana ariko iyo uvuga ngo se w'umwana wawe umaze gutwara ikinyendero tukanakuzana ahangaha nubwo utakemera ariko umuntu avuga ikinyendero umaze gutwara uwo mwana utazi ni wabo
ariko mwamuhaye igihe cyo gushaka inkwano ni mu
igihe twamuhaye urabona azayikurahe Anita tiga amatwi banza unyumve neza
dadi ni murindire arangize
yabanza wumve ibyo bakubwira mbere ko usubiza gicoco dore ko
kimeze mungu yarakunoze cyangwa ibyo yakubwiye ngira ngo wabyumvise ntabwo nifuza ko zongera kumuvuga ko twite inda ya Emile tyo turabyumvikana neza nunda agahirahira nunda bivuga ujye uvuga ko twite inda ya Are kuko nibura Are dutewe ishema no kubona ari umukwe wacu
ntabwo rero ari
urimo urabyumva neza ariko kiriya kijigira icyo mu giturage n'ibyanwa bibi sinshaka kongera kumuvuga ko namutwitiye kuko Anita uretse mvuge se hajye mvuga musubire umvugiremo ibyo nkubwira biri kumvikana uri kunyumva neza no kuvuga ngo ndabizi neza ko iyo nkwano ntayazabona kuko iminsi twamuhaye iragiye
ni murindire irangiye
ndindira ikizi turabibwira umuntu kandi dufite
ese Anita kamaze
kwica amasezerano
nta masezerano twebwe mu icyo tukubwiye nyine ndagusezeranyije nyine ariko muri icyo gihe twebwe ntabwo turimo turashaka ko sibyo umuryango wacu ukomeza gusubira hasi nabitsindira azabitsindira nk'uko twabikwemereye sibyo ariko muri aka kamwe ese Anita kamaze ngo base urumva warakoze neza kuba utwite ukiri umukobwa ukiri
urumva ari ikintu yakira
wajyari hano nari narashatse
washatse
ari ndubizi wari warashatse muri uriya muryango gute hari n'umwana hari n'ikintu cyigeze duhereje
ko tuzakora ubwo simwe mwabyanze
ubuhebuke
uriya yabasha kugukodeshereza agatimba wambara wowe iriya mbesiri itabasha no kwambara n'urukweto rufunze iri rwambaye bodaboda hasoni
hirwa iri kumbabura ihungiza ibyo aribyo wari urimo ntabwo waje hano iyo ndaya bitabasha no kugaragara
umva mwisi wiruha ijambo tuvuze n'iryo ryonyine
waryumvise kandi
sinshaka kongera kumuvuga ko twite inda ya Emile niba utwite inda twite ni ya diaspora Are turabyumvikana neza kuko twe dutewe ishema no kubona
umuntu uri mu mahanga
uriya yagukura ahantu habi niba yemera no kurera umwana ataguteye inda atabyaye urumva atari umuntu w'umugabo wamunganya iki uyu munsi uri kudutega Emile iyo minsi ntabwo nubwo twari tuyifite ngo tuyitegereze kuko Are yiteguye gukwa amafaranga rero
ariko Emile utanamenya yuko ugomba no kujya muri salon Emile utanamenya ko ugomba gukoresha inzara
ngayo nguko rero dore uburyo ibintu bimeze. Filime ni inzira y'umusaraba. Ndagusuje rero gukurikirana filime inzira y'umusaraba umunsi ku munsi udahwema mu by'ukuri gukurikirana iyi filime. Umeze neza. Hanyuma rero abari mu majyaruguru, mu majyepfo, iburasirazuba, iburengerazuba, mu mujyi wa Kigali ndetse no muri diaspora tugiye tubabona cyane. Mwese turabasuje. Mukomeze kugubwa neza. Nkuko maze kubibona rero mumaze kubona ko ibintu bitoroshye, ariko mbere yuko twanzika reka manze mwibariza akantu. Ariko ubundi umeze neza? Niba umeze neza twandikira muri comment ati meze neza, meze fresh, ibintu bimeze neza. Hanyuma rero warebye filime inzira y'umusaraba kuva yatangira kugira uyu munsi wa none, ndagira ngo utubwire nabaye bakinyi ukunda, nabaye bakinyi wishimira muri iyi filime inzira y'umusaraba. Ese niki wigiramo muri rusange? Ako ngako karaza kuba gahagije. Hanyuma rero twanzikira ahangaha. Ariko mbere yuko dukomeza gake buretse manze mbaza umuntu ahangaha, ese ubundi umuntu nazanye uyu munsi muramuzi? Reka rero manze muhereze ikaze, hanyuma nawe atangira tubwira kuri iyi filime yarebye amaze igihe hareba cyane, hanyuma agira icyo atubwiraho. You are welcome dear.
Some stories begin with a silver spoon. This one begins with a borrowed set of clubs, a bar shift that just ended, and a daughter who refuses to be small. Her name is Meg Carrington, and if that last name sounds familiar, it should. Her father, Miles Carrington, was a legend, three-time winner of the Heritage Classic, a man whose name was carved into trophies, into plaques, into the very ground of the golf club he built. But Miles is gone now, and what he left behind is complicated. Picture this: Meg Carrington daughter of a golf legend, is working as a bartender at the very club her father built. Not as an owner, not as a member, as staff. She's watching men like Hank Olsen swagger around the course, talking about tension in the grip and speed in the swing, talking about her father's trophies like they belong to them now. And Meg, she's carrying their drinks. But when one of those men decides to give her unsolicited advice mid-swing, she doesn't just listen. She picks up a club, she lines up, and she nearly beats him. Nearly. And in golf, nearly doesn't count. At home, things aren't better. Meg lives with her stepmother, a woman who has made an art form of quiet cruelty. $400 for rent, $100 for groceries, $60 for utilities, all pulled from Meg's pocket, all delivered with a smile. And the money that should have come from her father, from Miles Carrington's estate, gone. Or so Meg thinks. The truth is far more twisted than she knows. In a lawyer's office, across town, a conversation is happening that will change everything. Miles Carrington, before he died, didn't just leave behind trophies. He left behind a very specific set of instructions. $1 million. Sitting in trust. Waiting. The stipulation? It goes to Meg's stepmother, unless Meg wins the Carrington Long Drive Championship, her father's own competition, set up by the man himself, like a test he built into the foundation of his estate. Her stepmother already. But Meg is 18, and life doesn't pause for estate drama. There's Trish, a cheerleader, newly single, who catches Meg's eye. There's the winter formal coming up, and an entry fee for the long drive competition that's due tomorrow. And Meg has exactly none of the money for either. No this, no ticket, no entry fee, no future, not without help. That help comes from Elso, Meg's best friend, the one who shows up without being asked, who reads the situation and just acts. Elso hands over the last $100 he had, money he'd been saving for Meg's birthday present. Just like that. No hosetasjen, no drama. Just make sure you win, he says. With that entry fee in hand, Meg registers for the competition. And when some country club members decide to underestimate her on the range, she turns their arrogance into cash, winning side bets with a swing they never saw coming. She makes friends with other players who are just as tired of the old guard. She starts to build something. But here's the thing about people who have something to lose. They don't just sit still. Meg comes home one day to find her savings gone. Every dollar she'd set aside for the winter formal vanished. And when she looks at her stepbrother Hank, showing off a brand new set of premium golf clubs that his mother just bought him, the math isn't hard. Then comes the meeting with her manager at the club. A few members reported her for taking bets. It's against club policy. She's fired. The job she needed, the job she'd had since she was a kid, gone. And the dress she'd picked out for the formal, returned, taken back to the shop. Her stepmother watches all of this happen with the serene calm of someone who knows exactly what she's doing. Such a shame, she says, not looking up. Hank and I will be moving into a new mansion. It's a shame you won't be coming with us. Meg has lost almost everything. The job, the money, the dress, the dance. And she doesn't even know what she's really fighting for yet. There's a moment, and every great story has one, where the protagonist considers giving up, where the weight of everything presses down and the voice in the back of the mind whispers, maybe this just isn't for you. Meg has that moment. She's sitting alone, clubs by her side, the competition she can barely afford to enter looming in front of her. And she thinks, maybe golf isn't for me. Maybe it never was. Maybe this sport costs too much in money, in heartbreak, in everything. And then she meets Taylor Links. If you've ever watched a YouTube tutorial on improving your long drive, you've probably seen Taylor. Pro golfer, online instructor, one of the people whose videos Meg had been watching since she first started playing. And Taylor just appears right there in Meg's worst moment. And what she says cuts right through all the noise. Being great isn't about everything going right. It's about choosing to show up when everything is going wrong. She offers to train Meg, personally, for the next few weeks. What follows is a transformation. Not just technical, not just physical, something deeper. Meg finds her swing again. She finds her footing. She finds herself. And she asks Trish to the winter formal in a way that ends up going viral. 40,000 TikTok views and counting. For a moment, everything feels possible. Then the clubs go missing. Competition day. The brand new set that Taylor helped her get. Pink and black. Gone. Someone took them. There's a lawyer waiting for her at the club. A man named Andy, who used to play rounds with her father. He hands her an envelope. Miles Carrington, in his own handwriting, reaches across death to speak to his daughter one last time. He says he knows it must hurt that he didn't leave her money, but it's because he left her something better. You've always had everything you need inside you, he writes. Remember, it's not about the clubs. It's about the courage. Meg doesn't have her new clubs. She still has the old ones. The second-hand set she started with. The ones her father gave her as a child. The ones he said, if you can learn with these, you can play with anything. The announcer calls it Meg Carrington versus Hank Olsen. Finals. Championship. Everything on the line. Hank is the heavy favorite. He's dominated this competition for years. He has the best coaches money can buy. Bought, by the way, with money that may or may not have been stolen from Meg's savings. He has new clubs. He has momentum. And Meg? She has a borrowed set of beat-up irons, a father's letter folded in her pocket, a best friend in the crowd, a girl she likes standing in the front row, and a swing she's been rebuilding from the ground up. First drive. Hank steps up. Monster shot. 315 yards. The crowd goes wild. He smiles like a man who's already won. Meg serves. 305. Solid. Close. But not close enough. Second drives. Hank cranks it. 319. A new personal best. His stepmother is practically vibrating in the stands. Meg hits 309. She's closing the gap, but she's still behind. It all comes down to the final ball. Hank approaches. You can see the confidence. The certainty. He swings, and it is a beautiful shot. 321 yards. His best of the day. Possibly the best drive of his life. The crowd knows what that means. 321. Meg needs to beat 321. She walks to the tee. The whole